Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Thomas agency from their credit report. And actually, this is in many cases without paying the debt at all. So if that's you, or even if it's somebody that you know, I know that you're going to walk away from this video by the end and know what the next best step is to take. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action, right? If, for example, you know or you believe that Thomas agency or actually any of the accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft, or that have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Just give us a call today. Our number will be in the description below, so you can find that. And what I want to do now is go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one, really important, is can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Thomas agency? Now, I put this one at the top of the list because, we get a lot of callers that are truthfully terrified that this could happen. And really, it makes sense. Few people are actually taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that. The amount of the debt actually doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000, $1 million, whatever. You will not be arrested or get jail time for the amount of the debt. So now, who is Thomas agency and why are they on your credit report? So they are, in a nutshell, referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. An example would be, imagine that, for whatever reason, you have an unpaid card with Capital One, and it's $1,000. Thomas agency could come along and buy that debt, in theory, for just, let's say $100. But now they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect that full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money, and damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, whether it's paid or not. So a lot of time, paying isn't in your best interest and really could just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. I've seen that. But in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They may call a lot, even call family members and colleagues. And I want to say, too, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case. You want to give us a call so that we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. The next question I have here is, should you negotiate a settlement with Thomas agency? Settling your debt with Thomas agency, I always say, depends on your goal. Okay. What I mean by that is, typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Now, the reason for that is just what I was talking about before. Even if you pay that collection, right? it will still remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, the better option we always recommend is to work with an expert like us who can review these accounts for you. And what we do is if certain issues exist, then the accounts can be removed. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't ultimately help your score. And that negative account that's sitting on your credit report gets removed from your report. Okay, so it's perfect. Which is the next question. How do you remove Thomas Agency from your credit report? So, and this is how. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. I'll be honest, the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared. You may be spending weeks or even months learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it'll be done properly the first time and save the extra time. Well, we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with Thomas Agency accounts many times, and I'll say they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. Next question, how can you get Thomas Agency to stop calling you? Right. So as I mentioned before, they're going to be calling you as an attempt to collect the debt they've purchased. That's how they work. Which in turn means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you, one, settle your debt with them, which we talked about, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Thomas Agency try suing or garnishing my wages? I'll say Thomas Agency suing is unlikely. It can and does happen, but truthfully, in our experience, it's rare. There are many laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win. It's a long process. However, why risk it? If we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Thomas Agency? So I love this question because the answer is you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Thomas Agency has purchased. Okay? Thomas Agency is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA. And I mentioned this earlier, but the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Fcra. Now, these acts can seem a little complicated when you first look at them, but just know this. They provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use them properly. But if you don't have time to research these acts, I don't blame you. It's not a problem. You can give us a call today, and we can discuss your options. Again, our number is in the description area below. And that's all I have for this video. So thanks so much for watching. Hope that helps you out.